Good morning. Glad you stopped by to the Gym of All Trades channel. Glad you're here. I don't have a ton of time this morning to give you a long update. I just wanted to kind of look at Litecoin with you this morning and Bitcoin a little bit, and just kind of give you an update on where the market is. Remind you here before I start, I'm not a financial advisor, so this isn't financial advice. Okay, this is just gonna be a quick update video and see where we might be headed. It's really kind of hard to tell. The market makers are taking their time collecting orders right now. Let me just explain what that means. Um, when the market goes sideways and it goes slow like it is, it's a chance for the market makers to collect orders. There are people that are betting that the market's going down, and they're collecting sell orders, and then there's people that are betting that the market is going up, and they're collecting buy orders. Okay, so they're collecting buys and sells right now, and so that's they're getting people in their positions. And so once they have their orders in place and they have enough liquidity in place, in other words, once people have taken a position, they can be in their position to now they have liquidity, because when you have let's see if I can explain this a little bit deeper. If you have a bunch of people who think it's going short, they got you got sells here, and you got a bunch of people who think it's long. You got a bunch of longs here. Well, um, if they take price down, okay, these longs stop end up. I wish my tool would work. These longs end up stopping out. Okay, they cut these longs. In order to cut a long, you have to sell, so it increases selling pressure, and so the sells can go very quickly down to the downside. But the same is also true for the upside. If they take price up, these shorts, they stop out. In order to stop a short, you have to buy. It increases the buying pressure, so they can pretty much take the price wherever they want to at this stage. And so that's basically what they're doing right now, is just collecting their orders. Um, you know, uh, be very careful here in these times, because they can really do whatever they want to with the chart. There are no rules in the market. Let me just say that again. There are no rules in the market. So Elliott wave rule, Elliott wave theory, and Elliott wave rules are not applicable to the market makers. They do not consult the Elliott Wave manual to find out if they can do something or not. Elliott Wave just looks for the patterns that they create and tries to predict their next move. Okay, so that's the limitations of Elliott Wave. We want you to understand that. Okay, a lot of people think, oh, I know that some people have thought that, oh, I thought these were rules that they had to follow. No, 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 no. Here come the yawns again. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, so be aware that this is a difficult time in the market here. Um, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I've got. Let me show you a couple of things that I'm looking at, just to look at it from a chart pattern perspective. Um, my clicker is just not working today very well. Um, from a chart pattern perspective, it appears we have a potentially a wedge forming right here. Okay, that's a potential. Um, and then, to be honest with you, this can break up and out of here, or it can break down and out of there. So not sure about that. That's just a formation my eyes catching, but it doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you. Secondly, this right here, um, ABC. We got an ABC right here. Then we have this straight up move, but nothing finished. Then we had a correction, so that could be a 1-2. Okay, now we're followed by a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of three. That's a potential count. So we got 1, 2, then we got 3, 4, and 5. This is my primary count. I would say right now. The concern of this count is, man, this is really hard to understand, because they've been taking it up and down, and the market makers know this is a place of indecision right now, and they're keeping everybody on their toes. And so, but what that would look like for a sub count then would be, um, You got a one wave. I mean, it looks like there's a one wave right there, two, and then there's the beginning of three, four, five, like that. So it kind of looks like that to me. If we subcounted that third wave, so that's a potential as well. Let me show you one more other possible count that is could be happening. Um, what might be happening is just a guess here, and they would prolong the order taking. Is that this is an A, this is B, and now we're getting ready to come down for C, and we're going to come down to a steeper correction. Well, what would that look like if they did that? This would be A, B. Let's see, right there. We're looking at anywhere from 104 to 100. That would be our range there. So that is a potential play. I don't think that this is going to happen, but it could happen, and I want you to be aware of it. Okay? So, again, we're talking about potentials here. And so I would be really, really careful if you're in a long position right now. If you got in here at the trade that we made the other day at 108 up to here, it's not a bad idea to take your profit now if you have. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying it's not a bad idea. You really have gained most of your profits, and then you just wait for a breakout and a clear move to the upside if you want to jump in on a long up to about 124 to 127. Okay, so that's another play you might have on this particular market, especially being a market of indecision. It's looking like we're going to come up here to at least 127 for sure. 127 to 130. If this is a 123, that's looking like 130 is a strong possibility. Uh, I don't know. What's my gut saying? My gut's telling me we're coming down here. The reason my gut's telling me that is because I think they're closing out this wave. This is the final wave of this final push, and they want to collect as many orders as they can so that they can bull trap everybody in because there's going to be a big move to the downside here pretty soon. This is my gut. This is what I'm thinking. So they're going to push it kind of hard to the downside. If I had to guess, man, this is just thinking like a market maker. I could be completely wrong. Let me say that again. I could be completely wrong. Now I'm just shooting off the hip right now. Okay, you got to hear that. I'm shooting off the hip. This is not necessarily what's going to happen. I'm just talking. But it's certainly the count plays that way. It could play that way. So understand that, okay? I want you guys to be ready for anything, and so be careful here in Litecoin today. So what's the play? What's the count? I don't know. This is an I don't know situation. So you've got the two possibilities, okay? If I'm in cash right now, so yeah, I'm not in any position because it's too risky in my opinion. So that's my play. That helps you make some decisions for you if you want to. But I wouldn't blindly follow anybody in this world. Okay, don't blindly follow anybody in this world. But for me, I'm waiting for a breakout and a retest, and then we'll go. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It's not my trade. I'm not worried about it because this thing's coming down, in my opinion. Pretty. We're going to get a 50% discount here, not too long from now. So that's my take on it. I could be wrong about that as well. So remember, everything I say, it could be wrong. I'm not a genie, but this is my gut. This is what I'm thinking about where the market is right now. All right. Sorry, that's not better information for you, but that's all the market's giving me right now. Same thing with Bitcoin. They're just doing this sideways chop. Um, it looks like it got a 1-2 wave, and it looks like we're making 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's what it looks like it's making. Okay, so we could take a break to the upside. Once you see that break to the upside, when we make a new high right here, that's a potential entry there for to ride that three wave. But you got to be ready for it. How do I prepare myself for those? Well, I simply right click on the screen and I hit Add Alert where I want to add alert. Let me go back to Litecoin. So if I want to tell me if there's a breakout or not, I just click Add Alert here, and then it gives me this screen, and I set all my parameters, and I hit Create. Boom! Now it's gonna email me. And I'm gonna get a text saying I got a new email. It's also gonna ring on my computer and let me know that price has broken this level, and then I can look at the chart and make a decision as to what to do. I can also what I often do is I'll set a price, set an alert on both sides of price. So when I get that alert, I can know which one was triggered. I can look at the chart and see which one was triggered. That way, I don't have to sit and stare at the chart all day, and I can sleep at night. And so that's what I do at night. So, all right, guys, y'all have a fantastic day. Sorry, it's not better, but it's for me. It's kind of a iffy trade zone. If you're in here at 108, that's a great entry. And you could just set your stop for break even, or even set your stop up here, so you get some profit, at the one, I would say 113. 113 is a good stop there. If it breaks this low, we're going down. Most likely, that's not even true either, because we could come down here as a two wave and then go up for three. So that's not a great stop either. I don't know. To me, you just kind of, this is a great place to take profit and then wait for a breakout. You miss out on a couple of dollars, but who cares? That's probably the play I would make. That's the best. That's the best thing I could tell you there. All right, y'all have a good day. It is a good Thursday, so let's see what the weekend brings us. And that's probably what we're waiting for now that I think about it. Tomorrow's Friday, and that's when they make their moves a lot of times on Fridays. So they're probably just waiting for that. Expect some sideways choppery. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the videos. Thanks. Have a great day.